Grand Rising, everyone. It's Shay Seeking, and welcome back. Again, I just came back just to step in for a second. I'm just like really just, I feel like I'm just, I don't know, I'm maybe going within here, because I know there's many bits and pieces of this story, this lifetime, past lifetimes. And again, lifetimes to me sometimes can mean 10-year, can come in like 10-year intervals. All right. I'm seeing a lot of different energy here. I'm seeing different energy. I'm seeing ancestors and faces of people I never thought really to look at. I'm seeing ancestors and people's energy and facial features and things like that. Where, I don't know, it's just funny when you feel like, you're all alone, but you got people that may be rooting for you really, you know. Um, and I feel like, I don't know. I feel like that there's a spirit. There's a spirit. There's something about the air. It's something about, and then the airs make me think about airs, hierarchy, um, and all this type of energy here. Like I feel like this is a very, I don't know if I want to use mystical time. Um, a time for seeing, knowing, discernment, a time for truth, right? Ruth. And I think it has something to do with ether, the ether and getting information from, the universe or Esther, right? And then the Astarte or Astereth of America energy, you know what I'm saying? That makes me think about, again, the star, right? So it's like everything lumped in one energy, one force. It's a force of nature, a force to be reckoned with. And it may not turn that thing down. It may not seem like it at the moment, but I feel like it's just something that just is destined to happen. And it's about that real change that we thought that some of these ones that presided in the past were going to bring and didn't. It's that whole thing of like the claim of enough is enough. You know what I'm saying? And I think it has to do with love and war. You know what I'm saying? It's this undying, some type of endless love. Actually, that was my wedding song, one of the wedding songs that we, played at the wedding. And I don't know, like I said, this is a parallel, we're living in a parallel dimension or times here. And I want to go ahead and just say that, I know a lot of people are going to try to make accusations, about, mental illness and schizophrenic and energy and stuff like that. But this none of that is the case here. This is something that is coming straight from source, straight from the universe. It's undeniable. I'm totally, totally in tune with myself, with the energy around me. It's just, again, they can make those accusations because every time that this happens, they know that it's someone that comes along through this bloodline or through another that they try to throw into that pit, right? They try to make it seem as if it's something wrong with someone and actually is something wrong with the rest of the world. And that's why we have come. That's why we are sent. That's why we are born and birthed. And it's always, again, this whole energy of premature, like a premature labor or premature birth is what it seems. They find the one. It's almost like that wicked witch looking for the one that's the fairest of them all. And again, fairest doesn't, to me, necessarily mean, it means more so like purest when it comes to their intentions. Nobody's perfect. No, nobody's saying that. But when it comes to your intentions, what you intend to do for yourself and others, also establishing yourself so that you can then, and putting that mask on yourself first, so that you can then help others. It has to do with being an oracle, a seer, someone who is fully equipped with these gifts in order to free humanity, working with others. See, this is what they do. They like to isolate you and make sure that people think that you're not capable of working well with others. Or I've always been someone that is a quick learner. If you show me something, you teach me how to do it, and you take all of the BS out of the conversation, you keep it real with me, you keep it straight with me, I will be able to recreate or create or do whatever it is that. So I'm like the type of person that can look at something and then remake it. You see what I'm saying? It's like I guess it has something to do with being like a visionary, and I'm not the only one. I do look at it as these rainbow children, that mother energy of the story of the white buffalo. Okay, it's something about these seers, these Gnostics, these people, these beings sent. I feel like, again, we could say from the heavens, whatever, but again, we know that the heavens on this earth, on this plane, that people, you know what I'm saying, are talking about, is talking about the governing forces. That's just it. That's all. When we're talking about caste and class, that's it. Those, they think they have the say so, but God has pulled people out of even the pit, the Sheol, the underworld, the Dalit people, those people at the bottom, in order to do this particular type of work. And this is about silencing those people or putting them in shallow graves and keep on digging, digging, digging. But the pit that they are trying to build for us is the same pit that they're going to fall into. These people wouldn't know about these type of gifts because they weren't allowed to have them, because they've already done so much damage with laws and lies and all of these mandates and sanctions and all of these other things that's going on right now. It's making me think about a lot of alpha and omega energy today, the beginning and the end. It's almost like they took the heart of Tafiti, and then they went ahead and everything started to get black and icky and things like this. And, you know, there's this journey I had to go on with my inner child. Maybe, again, Maui is a twin flame. Maybe Maui is representing that twin flame or that twin flame energy here. And I do understand or understand, okay? I do understand. I don't like that term understand. I don't stand under anything but God. And actually, I don't even stand under, I'm within. Or he is within me, or they are. So I see that there is a possibility. This is not me using force. This is just me offering. This is me being vulnerable, which I'm capable of doing when I feel like it's necessary. This is me saying, I don't know everything about this. I don't know if you know everything about this, but I know one thing. There's something more to this. And we can't, neither, when it comes to this energy or this connection or this companionship or whatever's supposed to be happening, this journey cannot be done with anyone else. And this is what this is about in the biblical text when they said, let's make someone in our likeness to do this and that. This is what it's a stolen legacies. It's stolen legacies. And this is why we are at this point. It's not because somebody is black or white or this or that, or it is maybe the force has been maybe so rich or poor. Okay. But this part is not going to be, it's not rich or poor. It's the whole thing about both big and small and rich and poor and this and that. And they're all going to have to wake and recognize. This not even necessarily saying that this masculine energy is misogynistic, but it's the system, it's the construct, the infrastructure here that they feel like they're going to continue to be able to cripple and control people with these specific secret societies and things of this nature. Nobody is saying that they won't still be able to have those things, but you can't control. You can't take that and make that the core anymore. It's almost like sources saying, touch not. I think they said something about some attack that was supposed to happen last night, but source is saying, touch not my anointed. I don't care if society thinks they did something wrong, because most of the time they're going to pin everything on someone that they are saying the scapegoat, and the scapegoat is usually the person that comes out and tries to tell the truth or try to repent or come away from the evil, wicked ways, and they will take that person out and they will try to destroy that person. For doing right. So I don't blame anybody but whatever this whole thing is at the top for what's going on right now. The same way that I have been deceived, the masculine has been deceived. But one thing that we cannot deny is that there is a connection here. And I don't care what somebody signed or what you wore or if the dress was white or what it is. None of that. All right. My fault, I stopped recording. None of that matters when it comes to this particular situation. This is source saying that I have washed this person clean. I can't tell you exactly 100% what they've done for the other person, but I'll tell you one thing, it's all good over here with me. I don't wish ill will on nobody. I just want the truth. And if that's the truth, then I deserve to know that truth so that I can get all of that information and I will be able to move forward with a clear conscience, with clarity, with discernment. All parties should be given the right to have clarity about the situation. There should not be any slinking away, because if that's the case, then that is not of a godly nature. And that and I look at it like that. If that is the case, then that is underneath me. That is beneath me. I'm above that. Because there is no kind of nothing inside of, there's no kind of manipulation or anything within my conversation. I stand firm and strong on what I say. I know people are watching me and they know what it is too. So there's no need for me to get up in here and lie to you. I am not the same person I was 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, or whatever. This has been some form of ascension. This is something from the grace of God. You see what I'm saying? And the ancestors, they all here. And that's what I do. I walk like I have 1,000 ancestors behind me on a day-to-day basis. So every win that someone thinks they have against me, they better think again. If there's something that has to do with, again, these thrones or this throne, or me being overthrown, I object. Because all of the information has not been given. This is a group of people that think that they can undermine God, that all-seeing eye, that energy. They can manipulate it, translate it, turn it into something else. These are people that spend their day by day, putting what was I gonna say? So again, it's almost like dealing with leaven and unleavened bread. We did a video on this a while back. You know what I'm saying, about leaven and unleavened bread. Meaning the word fluffed up or just given to you bland. All right? Raw, liberal energy, or whatever you want to call it. All right? But again, it's that whole energy of like in the beginning was the word, and the word was with God, and then it's almost like I am the word. It comes, and that's why I like dealing with the Living Bible, because it keep it real. It has dates and things like that, and it comes to life in my mental. It comes to life. It's like being recycled. It's like taking all of the toxins and chlorine out of it, and its clarity on many different levels and aspects of this so-called life, past, present, or future. I'm an oracle, a seer, a psychic, a scryer. I am somebody that sees. There's others out here, but I believe they have been silenced. But there's only one that's going to be brought out of that energy, out of that pit, out of these places by source, and put right at the top like that star is supposed to be. And then many times with that USS Bruton symbol or seal, if you want to look it up, we did a video on it. If you want to look it up, many a times that star has been trapped underneath that. And you know what that is? That is the tip of a pyramid. That is the trunk. That is the trunk. We did a video on truncated pyramids. That is the top of a pyramid. It is the cornerstone that has been removed or cut off, and it is still going to shine. And this time it's not going to be on the ground shining. It's not going to be behind some case or somewhere else. It's going to be right where everybody can see it. Because I've done the work. Lots of times having to do it on my own with people mocking and laughing and shaming and talking about and everything. And it's going to be a problem. Like I said, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem for anybody. And I know people say, oh, look at this person. They just do this. Or look, she just sits there and don't you worry about it. Don't you worry about a thing. You understand? Because when the time is right, it's going to be the time. I'm not going to go ahead and do something at the same time as somebody else may be doing something to cause something to get me wrapped up in something else. Source says sit. That's what we're going to do. I'm going within. We sitting. I'm sitting with some of my soul siblings, picking up on messages. These are people that I agree with or disagree with. Some people I don't like their message sometimes. I can see where they're coming from. I see that they sometimes are targeting me and sometimes they're not. Again, that's what I'm saying. People should be free to still be able to do what they want to do if they are. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I would never want to put my foot on somebody else's neck because I think they're better than me or they do a better job than me. What I'm saying is nobody's looking for a handout or a leg up. Really, it's just make the playing field equal, so everybody can try to gain. And that's the whole thing. Make it equal. They don't want to do that. They don't want to even the playing field because they already know what it's going to be. It's going to be an automatic turnaround. That's why the whole thing about the lies of this story or his story, it has been to have us looking at other places and going to different places to visit to look for that something, especially when it comes to so-called African Americans, American Indians looking for themselves in Africa when the whole time your land is right here. Your ancestors' blood, sweat, and tears is right here. And that's the first thing you need to know. Because if we don't know that, if you don't know where you came from, you don't know where you're going. There's nothing against Africa or its people. They are beautiful. Those are our cousins. I have nothing against them. But I know that there are some of us, or most of us, mostly all of us, except for the 350,000 so-called Africans that they brought from Africa when Africa wasn't even called Africa over here to the Americas. You get my drift? And I think that those were also people. I know that when they were talking about bringing people from Northern Africa or from Africa, and many times it was talking about bringing people into South America. And most of the time, those were concubines or women that were of a fairer skin. But when I'm talking about fair in this instance, is somebody is looking for the fairest one of all to give them some poison, to make them toxic, to make them seem like they're combative, like they're angry, like they're mean, like they're. And the thing is, it's this person. In my case, it's me fighting for my rights. It's me fighting for my life. And again, being that beacon of light that is going to also be casting those seeds or shedding that manna from the sun in order for other people to realize that it is you. Yes, we have to look outside of ourselves to see where we're going and see what direction things are going in. But the real answers are within you. It's when you attack each other and go against each other and try to bury each other that you're doing the same thing to you. So as these people have mounted up and cast their arrows and their darts and their wands towards me to attack me mentally, physically, psychologically, through technology and these things like this, they're doing nothing but hurting themselves. You are attacking God. And because you don't know really what God is, and because Satan has fooled the whole entire world. And I'm thinking that's everybody except for that energy that is within inside of that tarot card, the world card. That is everybody except for that energy, because that energy knows the secrets of God, of heaven and hell. She has a clean wand and a dirty one. And she knows the secrets of the as above and below. And that's why they fear her. That's why they want to trap her. That's why let's just say it how it is. And I still don't look at myself as better than or worth or more worthy or worth anything more than anybody else. And it didn't happen overnight. But I know one thing, I don't deserve this particular type of attack. And I will tell you another thing. I don't think it's all the divine masculine. I don't think it's all my twin flame. I don't think it's all him. I think it's those people that are taking crafty counsel behind closed doors. Those people in high places. And there has to be order brought to the court. That's the real energy of Isis. In Mayat. Well, I'll say Mayat. That's when she gets her wings. That's when she gets her wings. So I don't know why Source has me sitting here today, because I'm someone that doesn't have much of anything, but I'm just sitting here trying to figure this all out. But something is telling me about the woman that was given those wings. And I'm just hoping that whatever's going on, that this masculine energy is not dead or mentally or spiritually dead. And I hope that he can hear what I'm saying. Because it's about us doing the right thing together. Forget everything else. It's about us doing the right thing together first, and then putting those masks on first. And then, yeah. So I don't know why I'm hearing like, care package and take care. And I noticed that I say take care after my videos. And then I was thinking about that care package. And I'm thinking to myself, are you serious? I'm going to listen. I'm going to listen to my heart for the rest of the day, right? Or I'm doing it in a different way. But if you think that I want some damn care package, rather than having what Source has packaged up and brought to me and delivered to me and you. If you think that some type of abundance, whether it be spiritual gifts or some type of financial something over my heart, then I think that this can't be the person. This must be somebody else in the likeness, and they just don't know me. I think I'm just in that energy. I deserve it all. I want it all. And nobody just went and just did all this and just think they found it somewhere else, and in that amount of time. While you still, and if that's the case, then hey, tell me to my face. Because I'm just as confused as anyone else would be in this situation. I don't claim to have all the answers, but I do know the things that I do see.